I'm losing my mind. First of all, Angela Corey did the wrong thing by not charging this as a hate crime. Had she done that, everything about this guy's background would have been relevant in terms of his racism, and we should have heard that, but it's the prosecutor's fault for not charging.
You are right, and I agree with that 100%. You know what? Half measures avail us nothing. It's a 12-step saying, but it's so true. If he's a racist, if it was racial animus, don't dance around the big elephant in the room. Just charge him with what you think he's really about. Because I'll tell you why. I'll tell you why. It doesn't make sense that no matter what kind of a firehead you are, or whatever they call that, hothead, you're going to shoot somebody 10 times because they mouthed off for you. It doesn't make sense. That's why the jury is having a hard time, I believe. Go ahead, Brian Claypool.
Jane, you don't need to charge as a hate crime to get this into evidence. There's something called rebuttal.
Yes, you do.
And the prosecution clearly, in their rebuttal case, could have called the neighbor to talk about Dunn's racial animus. The problem with the jury here, let me finish. The problem here is that the jury has to decide whether a nice guy who's at a wedding earlier in the day, who's simply going to a 7-Eleven or a store to pick up wine, is capable then of simply shooting 9 shots at somebody in a car without something else triggering him to do that, i.e. his life was threatened.
Well, or racial animus, Wendy.
That's why you need the racial animus. You need that.
Here's why you're wrong.
Yes,
he didn't have his witnesses take the stand and say he's a nice non-racist white guy. Had they done that, then you're right. You can put up, yes, he is racist and he has been racist, and let me tell you why. That's not what they said. In order to get such incendiary evidence in, and it was relevant here, they should have charged as a hate crime. That makes it presumptively relevant in the prosecution's case. Angela Corey didn't charge it because she's afraid. She's afraid.
Right, but what I'd like to get into a point here, because also he doesn't have to be a racist. He doesn't have to have these horrible negative attitudes.
But he is.
The way
but he is.
He is. The letter shows it. Let's get the letter. Okay, we're going to take a quick break. On the other side, we're going to read the letter that I think shows that he's a racist, that he is racist, and it dovetails exactly with what this neighbor said, this former neighbor said.